we have here a problem where we have to solve for the elongation of the rod. We are given with the figure here. We have the rod, which is made of steel. So the total length of the rod is 150 meters. And the weight of the rod, of course, the weight acts from the center of the rod. So that's the weight over there, about 75 meters from the top. And it also states that there is a tensile load, tensile meaning pulling away, at the lower end, which is equal to 20 kilonewton. So that's the load P. So we are given with the cross-sectional area of the steel rod. That's 300 millimeters squared. We need to make sure here of all the units are consistent. We have here millimeters squared. The total length of the rod is 150. The tensile load at the bottom, P, is 20 kilonewton. The mass of the steel is also given. And we have, for all civil engineers out there, you know this, the Young's modulus E, it's 200 times. We have 10 to the 3 meganewton per meter squared. And then we have the required. So we are asked to compute the total elongation of the rod, meaning we need to compute everything. How? Because the rod, of course, is elongated due to the application of the forces. And what are those forces? We have the weight and the force P. So understanding the problem, so we have a rod that hangs vertically under two types of stress. The stress that is caused by the weight of the rod itself, so we call it the self-weight. So each part of the rod is stretched by the weight of the rod below it. And the next stress is caused by the applied load or the constant load P at the bottom. So the total elongation then is the elongation that's caused by the weight of the rod itself and the elongation that is caused by the applied load P. So there would be two values of elongation, 1 and elongation 2. What we will do is we will add elongation 1 and elongation 2. Then that would come total to the total elongation that's experienced by the rod. What is the formula for elongation? I hope you have memorized it. This is the formula to compute the elongation. P is the load, L is the length, area, cross-sectional area, and the modulus of elasticity, E. So first we will compute the elongation due to the weight. Let's call it the elongation 1. So in the case of the elongation 1, since it is the weight, therefore the P, instead of the load itself, the P, we will replace the P with the weight. So that is the weight. The weight is the one that's causing the elongation, not the P. So let's start with the elongation due to its weight. That means we need to compute for the P, which is equal to the weight of the rod. To compute for the weight, we know the formula. Weight is equal to mass times the gravity, m times g. How would we compute the mass? To compute the mass, we need to compute first the volume of the rod. The volume is equal to A times L. So we have the cross-sectional area that's given. Remember, you need to be consistent with your unit. So this is the cross-sectional area, the length of the rod. So this is the volume of the rod. Once you have the volume, you need to compute for the mass. All right? Mass is equal to rho times the volume. All right? So what is rho? That is 7,850. It's actually given here. Yeah, here, see, that's the unit mass of steel, 7,850. So the unit mass of steel, you multiply it with the volume, would give you the mass. Once you have the mass, you multiply it with the G, and this would give you the weight of the rod. So the weight of the rod is 3465.38, And we will go back again to the formula. We have already solved for P because P is equal to the weight. Remember, we are computing the elongation due to the weight. So P is equal to the weight. L, instead of using the L, which is 150, to compute for the elongation due to the weight, we will only use L equal to 75 or half of its length. Why? Why is that? That is because the weight acts on the center of the rod. So that means only half of the length of the rod is affected by that weight. And that weight will have a length of 75 only. It doesn't affect the whole length of the bar because the weight is acting at the center of the rod. 75. See, because it acts at the center. So L, so we have P, we have L, we have cross-sectional area, we have E. We substitute everything to the formula and we get the elongation due to the weight of the rod. That's it. We still have to compute the elongation due to the applied load. So this is elongation number 2. This is the application of P at the end of the rod. So we have P already. We need to convert it into Newton instead of kilonewton. So it's given. So it would look like this. So here we have, here's the application of the load P at the end of the rod. So again, it's the same formula, PL over AE. Memorize that one. P is the 20, or now it's 20,000 Newton. The length now is the 150. It's not 75 anymore. It's the whole length that is elongated by P. And A is known, E is known. Then we will have the elongation number 2, 50 millimeters. We have elongation 1 and elongation 2. We will add both to compute the total elongation that's experienced by the rod due to its weight and due to the application of the load P. Do you have questions? If you have questions, again, leave a comment below. And I hope to see you again in my next video.